Hello, everyone. My name is Aaron. I'm commonly known as Ronnie Trickshot on YouTube, Instagram, and as I found out this afternoon, Chat GPT. Yes, that's right. Even AI knows my name. So it's been a great day. Next up, Hollywood, or maybe opening the batting for the Australian cricket team. And joining me tonight is the one and only Adam Howes, the guy that tried to bank his $0 on Weakest Link one time. That was him. But he is, of course, the better looking half of tonight's A team. Adam Howes, how goes it?
That's also debatable, but that's all right. That's not what we're here to discuss anyway.
How good looking you are.
I ain't here for that.
No, I don't know. Just post in the chat if you want us to continue talking about how good looking Adam is. I know Kiwi will be up for that, definitely.
Let him rip, Campbell.
Yes. So thank you to everyone for joining us. We should probably have a look at the chat. This came together at the last minute, didn't it? What time was it this afternoon that I sent you a message?
Oh, it was literally like 3 hours ago, I think. Yeah, 3 hours ago.
It was sort of like, could we?
Why not?
And then we did. And then we did. Kiwi's already out. Second stream. We've already annoyed someone. Kiwi's like, you never tell me I'm good looking, bro. Kiwi, you're very handsome.
He must have seen your comment to Lawrence in his chat today, maybe.
I do like a bald man, Kiwi. So you're in luck, mate. I hope no one snips that little section of audio out. They could get me in trouble one day. But should we look at who else is in the chat? That's probably a good idea. Yeah. Mr. Zazel's Clubhouse. He loves it when a stream comes together. I can imagine Zazel saying that with a cigar hanging out his mouth.
I was about to say, I hope he's got a cigar on standby.
Thank you for joining us. And Kiwi's gone A-team as well. Oh, hell yeah. I pity the fool. Who doesn't watch this? Johnny Sorensen says, ain't going on no plane, no fool. So there's plenty of BO brackets already happening in the chat. We haven't even covered off what we're talking about tonight, and that's great. My newest friend in YouTube land, Mr. Joe Recondo, the superstar himself. He's been driving all night. Thank you for joining us. I know it's an ungodly hour for you in the US, but very honoured, very privileged to have you on board. And Kiwi saying hello to everyone. Don't know who this bloke is.
That's me.
Oh, well, yeah. Hi, Shark Eyes. And Kiwi, true to form, is telling everyone to smash the like button. So thank you, Kiwi. And he followed up with a lol. Anyways, we had some little tidbit of an idea this afternoon that we might talk about G.I. Joes that started with the letter A. And it sort of morphed into selecting our own A team. Hello, Rodadamo. G'day, mate. How's it going? And hello, Phil. Konnichiwa. Hello. Johnny says, starting early ain't getting tea on no plane, ain't making a fuel out of tea, sucker. Yeah, okay. No worries. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, anyway, so we had a little tidbit of an idea this afternoon. It was, we would talk about G.I. Joes that started with the letter A and then select our own A team. And there is some synergy there, Adam, which you brought up when we were messaging. Can you remember what that was?
Yes.
What is significant about the letter A?
Well, your name is Aaron. And my name is Adam.
Yes. How good's that?
Lo and behold.
Oh my gosh, we cover all the hard-hitting subjects here. I'm actually a member of the double A team. I am double A Ron. I'm so double A, you could put me in the back of your TV remote.
Adam has 2 A's in it as well.
Oh, yes, it does. Shock.
Synergy.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's nuts. That's anyways, Adam, can you describe for me using superlatives, which fancy adjectives, starting with A, how your week has been?
Ooh. Well, it's Tuesday, isn't it? I would say that it has so far been exhausting. Doesn't begin with the letter A, so I can't use that.
No, it doesn't. It's got an A in it though.
It it does. How would I describe my week thus far? I would say average. Average. That's what it is. Yep.
Oh, well, okay. Thanks for coming, everyone. It's been great.
Well, look, you know me, Aaron. I'm not about to sugarcoat it and tell pork pies up in here. So, like I worked yesterday. Today I had a day off, which does involve work for me too. So I walked my dogs. I walked 2 other dogs, and I went to the gym, and I did something called a HIIT class. Now I've never done a HIIT class before.
Wow.
And let me tell you, it hurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what, do you actually hit things or?
Nah, so this one's called HIIT with Kit. So it's like a high,
hit things
like
with stuff.
Yeah, you just hit things. It's just like a high octane, intense workout where you basically go through like 9 different exercise stations doing different things, and it's non-stop. And it was good. It was good. It was enjoyable. Yeah.
Any nice looking Sheilas there?
There may have been 1 or 2. Yes, maybe.
Activewear.
Activewear begins with the letter
A. My week has been awesome.
Nice.
That starts with A. Amazing, astounding. It has been absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fabulous. I always buckle it up. So I'll tell you why. First and foremost, another member of the A team, Alex Caparonis, he sent me a Sergeant Slaughter from a Warthog. So that's very cool. He chucked in some freebies as well and said, give me a shout out because I'm giving you some freebies. He sent me like a 1980s party invite, a G.I. Joe party invite, which was pretty cool. That took me back. That's a cool figure though. Hope Zazel was still in the chat. Zazel, there he is, man. There's one that you don't have. It's in my cupboard. And then today I got this. It just rocked up from a nice lady on YouTube. So that's the Battle Action Force Annual from 1985 to go with the 1986 one that's just over my shoulder there. The colour in this is just phenomenal. Scotty Garvin is in the house. How's it going, Scotty?
Scotty Garvin's in the house.
Thanks for giving us a plug on your Facebook at short notice, mate. That's awesome. And thank you also, again, for the great deal on the comics you did for me over the weekend. I gave you a plug on Podcast from the Pit. So if you haven't had a look at that, go and have a look. This is really cool. The best thing about this, we were talking about it before, is it has advertisements for some of the Action Force toys. So there's a Black Wolverine, which looks sick.
Very nice.
That is a good score. $17 that cost me, Rod. I'm
bargain.
Happy to say $17, absolute bargain. So I did pretty cool. Did pretty good. And one last thing. Someone went to the Caulfield. Someone went to the Caulfield toy show. What's it called? The Caulfield
Vintage Toy Fair, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Rod might be able to correct me if I've balls that up. And many people went to that toy fair, Aaron.
Lots of people did. Yeah, absolutely. Rod was there.
Jordan
Party was there.
Jordan was there.
Yeah, lots of people were there. Lots of gold heads. Yep. There was a bloke selling boxes of G.I. Joes, and young Adam managed to pick up Rick's Collectibles. There he is. Adam managed to pick up a clean sweep for me.
That is the man who had tubs and tubs and tubs of vintage Joes. Now, to be honest, I didn't get that one from him that you have in your hand. I got it from another dealer who had smattering, like probably 5 Joes sitting in a box at the front of his stall. And he had a whole bunch of other stuff that I didn't pay any attention to. And he was a lovely chap, a younger bloke. I can't remember his name, but yeah, I saw what you're about to show.
He's a cool dude, and he's a happy little guy. Look at that face.
Oh, look at him.
Look at
so cheery.
Well, what a legend.
Hey, good on you, mate.
And I didn't realize until it rocked up today, yesterday, that this is actually a water pistol. So
I wondered about that. Like, I didn't know what its functionality was. I obviously didn't look at it. I left it in the bag. But I did look at it and think, what does this do?
I think it is a water pistol. Yeah, I think you put water in the bottom there, in the ring hole, in the rectum.
Yep. And you use that plunger and plunge it all the way through.
Yep. I think that's what it is. Does anyone have clean sweep in the chat? If you do, tell me what this is. It's quite
maybe it's part of Clean Sweep's enema kit. Who knows?
This is yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Moving right along. What are these? What are these things? What are these little bits?
What are those little bits?
That looks like
that's a backpack, isn't it?
Yeah. With some sort of control unit, I think. So we'll just see that slides up and down like that. So it's very laser viperish, very astro viperish. And you stick that in there like that. Oh, geez. Get out. Oh, his arm's got to get out of the way. There we go. Excuse me while I just play with my toys at him.
I'm surprised you haven't already figured this out.
No. And he's got a little green gun too. Pew, pew, pew. So,
yes, he does.
Yeah. So that's very cool. Came with a file card. I've been looking for him for a while because I think I've got all the Eco Warriors. And he was the last one that I was looking for. So,
very nice. You didn't tell me that. I didn't know that.
The other thing about him is he's got the color changing sort of stuff on his hands, I reckon.
Yeah.
So
I did notice that.
And bottom of his legs there. So I might have to try and figure out how to put him in some hot water or something. See if that feature still works.
Is that what activated it? Was it putting it in warm water?
I don't know. Yes, I think so. Maybe.
Okay. I never had those as a kid, so I'd bailed out on the line by that time. So I saw those and I was like, "Yeah, no, they ain't for me. I'm out. I'm done. See ya." Ain't for me.
That's fine. I am a weirdo. Very happy dude though. Look at that. We need more clean sweep in our life. He's so happy. Yeah. Anyways.
And you know what else he looks like with the helmet on? He looks like Marty McFly when he dresses up in the suit in Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
He needs a Walkman.
Yeah. Yeah. He's pretty cool.
Well,
but thank you for that.
I was able to complete that subset for you, Aaron. That's an extra tick.
Thank you, mate.
Pleasure. Treasure.
Okay, that's enough. Small things.
All right, that's enough. Put your toy down.
Quickly go back to the chat. Rod Adamo. There's Adam in that name, so I get confused. They call it the giant size vintage and modern toy fair.
There you go. Is
it giant? Is it really giant?
It's big.
Is it big? Yeah.
It's at a race course. It's pretty big.
Cool. All right. Scotty Garvin says, all good, mate. It's the least he can do as others buy my stuff. Scotty Garvin, great seller. Look him up on eBay. We've said it before. We'll keep saying it. What is Scotty saying? So what you were saying is next time I need to plan a road trip, picking my way to that toy fair. Yes, you do. Yep, absolutely. Adam would be keen to meet up with you if you went down there. 100%.
Do it, mate.
Kiwi's talking about his health. I'm hoping to get a big star to interview on my channel very soon. You've already had me on. Kiwi. What are you talking about?
I was about to say, I haven't been on yet, and we haven't discussed this, Campbell. When were you going to tell me?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you want Adam on, you have to ask him. And I've already been on. So, I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than that. Remember, Chat GPT knows who I am. Just saying. Kiwi says warm and cold water. Scotty says warm water maybe. Kiwi says too bad airtight wasn't in the Eco Warriors. Yeah. Oh, my man Casey is in the house. Hello, Casey.
G'day, mate.
And Kiwi said hello, and Casey said hello back. Anyway, let's get into our subject. We were going to look at G.I. Joes that start with the letter A because, as I said before, we talk about all the hard-hitting topics here. So we were going to run through them real quick. Well, maybe not real quick because, we're only going 15 minutes, So, how long do we keep people for? I'm not sure. Anyway.
How long is a piece of string?
Oh, it's pretty long. Well, I was going to tell you I was going to throw some Joes at you that start with the letter A, and I was maybe going to show you the vintage one if I had the vintage one, and you could tell me whether there's a classified version. And once we've been through them all, we're going to pick 4 of them to fill our very own G.I. Joe A team. How does that sound? Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
So let's start from the start. 1983. The first A Joe was this guy, commonly known as Ace.
That's him.
He was packaged with the Sky Striker. Is that correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. His real name is Brad J. Armbruster. That's him. His rank is 03. I don't know what that means. He's in the Air Force, but we won't hold that against him. But he's a really cool figure. I'm really happy to have him with the helmet in my set. So yeah, I'm pretty well besotted with him. Is he available in classified?
No,
he's not.
He's not. Nope. There has been no Sky Striker. There has been no Ace.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Well, it makes sense from the standpoint that doing a Sky Striker, it would be effing huge, and I guess they haven't quite gotten to that point yet. Could it happen? Sure.
They're doing a Rattler.
They're doing a Rattler.
Yeah, with some nice little badges.
Patches.
Some nice little patches.
Yes. We don't need no stinky patches.
Absolutely. So that's Ace, everybody. That's Ace.
That is Ace. He's Ace.
Yeah. Kiwi says, "Oh man, I really want Adam to come on the show. Anytime you're ready, my man, we'll sort something out." There we go. That's very cool.
Get your people to talk to my people.
Yeah.
So.
I might even watch that.
So you should.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's Ace, 1983. Also 1983, and I'm very glad that Casey has joined us nice and early in the morning in Indiana because we're going to talk about 1983 Airborne, which is easily Casey's favorite G.I. Joe figure / character.
Look what I've dusted off out of the old mothballs. And you thought I was just a classified collector, huh?
Oh, well, you got to have Airborne. You got to have Airborne. Airborne was a helicopter assault trooper.
Yes.
I didn't even know that. There was all that talk about him being packaged with the Dragonfly, and now it all makes sense.
Well, his secondary specialty is helicopter gunner.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Cool. So maybe you should come with that Dragonfly. But it didn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh well. Franklin E. Talltree is his name. His rank is E5. He's in the Army, and he was subsequently named Sergeant Airborne in 2003 and Air Raid in 2009. But he came back in the classified line, which I'm sure you've got. Have you got a classified Airborne?
There he is.
Oh, how good.
I have got him with a different weapon to the one he comes with, which is pretty naff. I prefer this M4 that I've kitted him out with. I like the color of it matching his helmet. And He looks pretty bloody good in my opinion. He's a nice figure, man. He's definitely one of the best ones from that wave, if not the best. And big fan.
Casey definitely agrees. He's saying Airborne is the best. He's also saying that he's very happy to see that we are streaming this morning. Thanks, Casey. You're a legend.
Good, mate. I'm glad we can start your day off on the right foot.
Kiwi says Airborne is awesome. He's great with Wild. He would have been great with Wild Bill on the Dragonfly, but it didn't happen in Classified. There's no reason.
Well, they didn't want to lock a mainline character behind a paywall, mate. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why you get the repaints, the Night Force ripcord and so on.
Yeah. I like Airborne too. I think one of the first sort of diverse characters, I suppose, in G.I. Joe was a tribute to Native Americans without being inappropriate, aka Raptor. So yeah, special place in my heart. A Navajo. He was Navajo, yeah? Is he Navajo?
I think so.
Yep.
From memory, yeah.
I think his accessories are fantastic. His coloration's just unreal. The fact that they reused that build to bring out the Steel Brigade figures just shows how much of a good mold that figure was. So
I do have a question while I've got you on the topic.
Yep.
Is that the AP weapon that this one comes with? Because I feel like his original rifle was a different color.
I didn't get mine out, but I reckon mine is the same color.
Someone in the chat might be able to confirm.
Yep.
I can't recall.
I love his backpack as well. That backpack gets a fair bit of reuse throughout the vintage line.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, shit. The one on my classified just flew off somewhere. That would never happen with a classified figure. Backpacks falling off. Never. Doesn't happen.
I've watched... Yeah, the 3 or 4 of your videos that I've taken the time to watch. I've watched a few more than that. I promise.
It's going to stay down wherever it's fallen for now, and I'll retrieve it after the show because I don't know where it's gone. It's fallen beside a stack, and I'm not kidding you. It's a stack of classified boxes which are sitting on a table, and there's probably about 50 of them.
Oh, well. Just don't let the dog eat it, mate. That's happened before, hasn't it?
Not in this house. Dogs don't come into this room unless they are invited. Especially the little monster. She does not come in here.
Yeah, fair enough. Casey says he would have loved to have seen a Night Force Airborne.
Ditto.
Yeah, that would be good. Kiwi says he's making one. There isn't much that Kiwi doesn't make.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I found it.
And Casey says, yes, it will be amazing. I'm sure it will be amazing. While we're talking about Airborne, we should talk about the other Airborne.
Yes.
Which a lot of G.I. Joe fans would suggest that the other Airborne is, and to use an A phrase again, an abomination. And it's this guy. It's Robert M6, otherwise known as Airborne from 1990. So he was from Sky Patrol.
Yep.
I don't have any of his accessories. I don't know why. I've just got his helmet. Don't have the parachute. Don't have his rifle. But this Airborne, he was an E7, also in the Army, part of the Sky Patrol. And the note on Wikipedia just says he was the second character called Airborne. So thank you for that, whoever put that on Wikipedia.
Really fleshed out that one.
Yeah. Username Captain Obvious. This guy assembles parachutes. He does. Okay.
I do believe he would be called a rigger. That's what their jobs are, I think.
Yeah. Is there a classified version of this guy?
Negative. There is zero Sky Patrol characters that have been explored as of yet.
They haven't done any Sky Patrol, eh?
Nope.
Wow.
Now, if we're talking parachutes, We've got the 60th anniversary figure coming that comes with a parachute.
Yeah.
But the parachute isn't functional.
Oh.
In terms of you can't throw the figure up in the air and you'll float down from the sky.
Yeah.
It's more for photography and display purposes.
Okay.
Which is a bit naff, if you ask me. A bit half-assed.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they should have a classified airborne number 2 so he can pack the parachute up. At least it'll do something then.
Well, and the funny thing is they give you a I think it's a backpack that you can stow the parachute into. But it doesn't work.
All right. Fair enough. All right, so no classified airborne number 2. That sucks.
Way to go, Hasbro, and half-assing
it. All right, next figure, and Campbell mentioned this one before. The next A figure is from 1985. He is the Hostile Environment Trooper, and he's this guy.
Airtight, baby.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. You know what? When we did our Olympic stream, I should have mentioned this guy would be a good water polo player because it looks like he's wearing a water polo helmet.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. If you haven't watched our Olympic stream, that was heaps of fun. Maybe go and watch it at some point. Yeah.
Go back and watch it after this.
Click wherever you click to go and look at those things. But Airborne has a funny name. His name is Kurt Schnur.
Gesundheit.
I probably would have paid him out at school. Imagine the nicknames he would have come up with for Kurt Schnur. Kurt Schnur. He's an E7. No, he's not. He's an E4. Got me lying. I need to get my eyes tested. He's also in the army, and there were no other notes there. But love me an airtight. Love me a sniffer. That is called a sniffer.
Have a sniff, mate. Have a good sniff.
Yeah, absolutely. Reminds me of Mrs. Trickshot at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning, vacuuming the lounge room while I'm trying to sleep in. I do that. Mrs. Trickshot.
I love that action.
Yeah. If it's not the vacuum, it's the hairdryer. Yeah, but the hairdryer definitely doesn't look like that. So that's more vacuum than hairdryer. Maybe I should get Mrs. Trickshot a backpack.
And a yellow jumpsuit that she can wear once she's vacuuming.
Yes, absolutely. Is there a classified airtight?
Not yet, but he is on the horizon. He has been naively revealed, and there is some conjecture, I guess you could say, or scuttlebutt about some images that have leaked of parts for that figure, like at the factory in China. So he's coming. He's coming down the pipe. Yep,
that's good to hear. We'll just quickly catch up with the chat. Casey's got to go start getting ready for work. Thanks for tuning in, Casey. Legend, love you. Kiwi says goodbye. Casey says see you later back. How good's this? Kiwi says the Olympics show was a great idea for a live stream. Thank you, Campbell.
I thought so.
Yeah, it was real good. Casey says have a great stream. We already are. Scotty Garvin says, where is the toyetic in that? Cannot chuck a toy in the air and watch it float. Just getting back to the parachute. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
Silly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It'd be pretty easy to make one too that would work and relatively inexpensive, I would have thought. So
I guess the Hasbro R&D department don't have the purse strings for that.
Missed opportunities. All right, next A figure. Also from Sky Patrol, and I don't have this guy. This is Airwave. Sky Patrol was hard to come across, at a good price. So, but maybe
I had all of them when I was a kid.
Yeah. Wow.
I really dug Sky Patrol, man. Like some of the characters were better than others, but they were probably the last bastion of the line for me. Like before I checked out. Yeah.
So Airwave isn't one that I've specifically hunted down because I have a Strato Viper. And the Strato Viper body is pretty well the same as Airwave's body. I don't know if you're familiar with the Strato Viper.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
The molds are really similar. Although Airwave has a different head, which is good because most people have different
equipment,
heads.
Of course.
Yeah, most people have different heads to other people.
This is true.
Yeah. Not Zammot and Tomax, but they do have different heads. One's got a scar. I'm sure there's other G.I. Joes. Oh, well, 1982, everyone had the same head.
Pretty much.
Absolutely. But Airwave's got a different head to Strato Viper. So back on topic here. We almost went down a rabbit hole then. Cliff V. Mewett is his name. He is also in the Army. The same name was used for Colonel Courage a couple of years later. Did you realise that?
Didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
There's two Cliff Mewetts in G.I. Joe. Colonel Courage is the other one. And he was born in a different city, but there's a little bit of trivia for you. So if you ever go to a quiz night at the footy club and there's a round about G.I. Joes, play your Joker because there's every chance you'll get double points for remembering that Colonel Courage has the same name as Airwave. That's never going to happen, so don't do that. 1985 brought with us Alpine, which is another classic G.I. Joe character. I've got mine here. There he is.
And he is complete.
Yeah, he's complete.
Unlike my one, that is not.
Yeah. He's still pretty good without the accessories. All G.I. Joes are good without the accessories, aren't they?
Oh, man. What an iconic character. And, you didn't ask, but I had to pull out the modern version, which is complete.
Yeah, that's nice.
And he is a fine example of what they did with the 4-inch line. I will say that much. Does struggle to hold his accessories in some respects. He can pretty much only use one hand properly. The other one's sort of a bit janky because the gauntlet sort of stops him from holding things properly. But hey, no toys are perfect, right?
Nope. But Alpine's pretty close. Beloved figure. I got a good deal on mine. He was $50.
That's a win.
$50 Australian. So I was pretty happy with that.
I'm pretty sure I won mine in a raffle.
Yeah. So Adam, do you know what Alpine's name is?
Isn't it like Albert Pine or something like that?
Yes, you bang on. His name is Albert Pine, and in case you didn't realise out there in the chat, the abbreviation of Albert Pine is Alpine. That's
alliteration right there.
Yep. So maybe my Wikipedia username is Captain Obvious. Alpine is, of course, a mountain trooper, and he's E4, and he was in the Army. Is there a classified version coming of Alpine?
There is a classified version coming. Apparently slated for an October release here in Australia, but you never know what could happen. Might end up here earlier. You just don't know.
So not far away. Fair enough. Kiwi says even Tiger Force Alpine is good. Was there a Tiger Force Alpine? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
Oh, while we've got Kiwi, I need to apologise. So during the Olympics stream, we said that
Footloose, I know exactly what you're about to say. Yep,
Footloose wasn't a basketball coach, but it turns out Kiwi found a profile of Footloose in what was it? That looks like an annual or a comic or something like that. It actually said he was a basketball coach. So it doesn't say he's a basketball coach on his file card, but it did in this profile. And we told Campbell that he wasn't a basketball coach, but in fact he was. So that's the last time I ever questioned Campbell in my life. Thank you, Campbell. So
you'd think that the guy who's a big basketball fan would have probably remembered that.
Oh well.
Maybe what are you going to do, huh?
Yeah, I think you were just reeling from my Kobe Bryant joke. I've had a few messages about that.
Did you really?
Yep, and every single one of them said they found it funny. So you're all just as mean as me.
Lowbrow humor, folks.
Yeah,
Lowbrow
exactly.
humor.
So on that basis, Campbell, we are going to trust you that there is a Tiger Force outbound, and we're going to do our research straight after this show. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. Kiwi or Campbell is Campbell. He says it's all good. You're such a nice guy, mate. And Scotty's having a laugh about something, which is good. We're here to entertain, Scott. Glad you're having fun. Next A figure is 1990 Altitude, who was also in Sky Patrol. Is it coincidence that a lot of the Sky Patrol figures had names that started with A?
Interesting.
Yeah.
And yet there was no airborne inclusion in the Sky Patrol, was there?
No. I mean, he could have been. He looks like a Sky Patrol figure, doesn't he?
It was right there. It was right there.
It was right there. Like, yeah, even in the same year. Yeah, anyway, the mind boggles. Altitude. I don't have an Altitude, but I have the next one, which was Major Altitude.
That kind of counts.
Bit of a nothing figure. Whose head is this? Whose head is that? Talking about people having different heads.
Is it Footloose?
I don't know. That head is from a different G.I. Joe. That head was ripped off another G.I. Joe, surely.
Interesting.
I think
Frank Pace, maybe?
Like,
I don't know. I can't tell.
Maybe Wild Card or something like that, I reckon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't have the Sky Patrol Altitude, but in the interest of moving along, he was a recon scout. John Edward. His name was John Edward. John Edward Jones. When it said John Edward there, I thought, maybe his secondary specialty is talking to people's grandmothers that have long passed. He's an E9. He's in the army, and also Sky Patrol. There is no Altitude in Classified, is there? No. All right. Well, next. We're gonna love this one. This guy. We're gonna get to it. This guy has to be in the A team because his name is Aaron. Did you know this?
Who is it?
This guy.
Amblin.
Yeah. His name is Aaron. The fact that his name is Aaron makes me want to grow mutton chops.
You have to do it.
Yeah, but I can't.
Just try.
I'm 42 years old and never had a beard because I can't grow one. Got a face like a baby's bottom. Maybe Zazel can send me some beard. Send me some beard, Zazel. Like this beard, not any other beard. Send me some beard, Zazel. So I can make some ambush mutton chops. What a cool figure, eh?
Absolutely. One of my childhood faves, that one, mate.
So his name is Aaron McMahon. Pretty cool.
So there you go.
E3, concealment specialist. He hides himself.
Yes,
Does he hide himself, or does he hide other things?
Hides himself.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure he hides other things occasionally.
Maybe.
Mrs. McMahon.
An age-old game, if ever there were one.
He is an E3. He's in the army, and Desert Patrol Squad. Was that a sub-team?
No. Is that his secondary specialty, Desert Patrol Squad?
It just is there's a column here for sub-teams like Sky Patrol and stuff. And this says Desert Patrol Squad.
That's news to me.
Interesting.
People just making things up on Wikipedia or what?
Possibly. Does he have a classified figure?
No, not yet. I hope they get to him, though. I feel like they could do a fair bit with that, the little structure thing he has with the webbing. The netting, the netting, not the webbing.
His little tent. His little tent.
Yeah, little concealment device.
No, he's cool. we'll quickly jump into the chat again. Zazel is congratulating me on my pulling ability. Oh. Thank you, Zazel. I'm a good puller. Order of Battle comics are very confusing sometimes. That's where he found the profile on Footloose. He found it in an Order of Battle.
Yeah, that tracks.
Comic. So Major Attitude is Wildcard in a green suit.
Oh, yeah.
There's Wildcard. Zazel's back. Zazel is also underrated. He has a great accessory. What accessory does Wildcard have? Can you remember?
I can't remember.
Is it a knife in a sheath? I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is. The knife backpack. It's a knife sheath backpack, isn't it? Like
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. He comes with the mean dog, right?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, because I had that. I had him. And he breaks stuff. That's right. He's clumsy as shit.
Kiwi says he loves Wildcard. He's he's awesome and breaking stuff. Lol. He's awesome and breaking stuff. Okay, all right. I think that and was meant to be at. He's awesome at breaking stuff. Yep.
That makes sense.
Ambush had a great Spotlight Deke episode. Yes, he did. He did.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you make me want to go and watch it. As hard as it is to watch some of the Deke cartoons, there's lots of unfinished business happening in Deke cartoons. Like quite literally, blokes have different color hair from one scene to the next. But yeah, make me want to go and look at that to the Ambush.
Great attention to detail.
Kiwi says Ambush is one of his favorite shows and taught him how to hide. That's
okay.
Cool. All right.
Excuse me.
We've only got 2 left. 2 A-Joes left because we're not covering any Cobras because all the Cobras don't have personalities. Can't really name an Astra Viper, Alley Viper, and an Annihilator to the A team, can we? We just don't know who they are. Yeah, we don't know which one. There's hundreds of them.
Doesn't fit the narrative.
No, absolutely not. So the 2 Joes that are left, 1988, the Rolling Thunder driver, Armadillo.
Oh, yeah.
Got him.
You got him?
Yep, I do have him. He's a funny looking bloke. He looks like he sort of just stepped out of He-Man. He looks like
even though he's been working on the docks.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that helmet. It's very armadillo, that helmet. It looks like he shot an armadillo, gutted it, and then put the thing on his head. That's disgusting. I don't know why you do that. But yeah, he does look like he just walked out of Motu. So, Casey, when you're watching this on replay, I hope you have an armadillo because he is the closest thing to He-Man and G.I. Joe as far as I'm concerned. His name is Philo, like Philo, not just Phil. We saw Phil was in the chat before, but his name was Philo. Philo R. Makepeace.
Okay. He's
an E7, and he's also in the army. Packaged with a Rolling Thunder, as I mentioned before, that big vehicle.
Yep.
Is there an armadillo in Classified?
No.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Why would they make such a nothing figure into a Classified figure?
Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to get him, I dare say.
You'd be hard pressed to get a Rolling Thunder in Classified as well. Larry is in the house. He says Armadillo doesn't look very happy. No, he doesn't. He doesn't look very happy at all. He's got a very grumpy face, like that grunt. So unlike Happy Boy Clean Sweep, Armadillo very, very grumpy indeed.
Does he look a bit like? Does his face sculpt look a bit like Clint Eastwood?
I'm not sure.
Because I feel like Clint Eastwood's character in Every Which Way But Loose was named Philo.
Yeah.
Philo.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think so.
Have to check
Someone else might be able to confirm that. I haven't watched that film for a long time, but
yeah.
And he was a truck driver. I think in that, wasn't he? I think he was like in that movie. I think he was like a truck driver or something. Yeah.
I can't say that I've seen it. So.
Or a tough. He was a tough. I know he was a tough nut. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they lent from that to that. I don't know.
Yeah. I have to trust you on that. Zazel said that Armadillo has a good belt buckle, and that he does. That's very cool. That's a very cool belt buckle. And Campbell agrees with him. Larry says he looks constipated. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, cool. And Zazel looks like it was,
It's an
what is that?
orangutan. It's an orangutan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, every which way but loose, there was an orangutan named Clyde.
Oh, okay.
He'd stick his finger up. Yeah.
I understand. I thought straight after Larry's comment it was going to be a poo, but Larry's comment would I suppose lend itself to not posting a poo because
True.
oh my gosh. Last one, and I don't have this one. The last A figure from the 1982 to 1994 line was Avalanche. He drove. Cool. Yeah, he drove the Dominator. He was from Battle Force 2000. Do you like your Battle Force 2000 figures?
So, as a kid, I got gifted some of those by an uncle of mine one Christmas, and I feel like I had Avalanche. He's the white one, isn't he? Is he the white one?
White one.
Yeah.
He has a strange-looking helmet. Sometimes came with a mic. Other times didn't come with a mic.
Yeah.
Strange-looking laser gun that looks like I don't know. Looks like you inseminate a cow with
it. Yeah, it is odd looking, like a lot of the Battle Force 2000. But I'm a bit of a fan. Like, I'm not a massive fan, but I'm a bit of a fan.
All right, fair enough. He his name is Ian Costello. He's an E5. He's in the army, and he was killed off in issue 113 of the comic.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Yeah, well, for myself, because I haven't read all the comics, eh?
I was just about to say,
yeah,
have you gotten to that point yet? No, I haven't had them. I haven't read them.
I just got to stop doing so many live streams with blokes.
Taking up a lot of your time, Aaron. A lot of your time.
So he died while maneuvering through an oil field, and the oil field was bombed.
Correct.
And, when bombs are falling down, you don't really want to be in an oil field.
No, probably not.
It's not. It's like a triple cocktail. It's not very safe. Oil field bombs.
Good night.
Yeah, if you take one of them away, you've at least got a chance. But yeah, all three together. Yeah, look out.
Bad mix.
Together. Just kaboom. So there are all the AJOs that I had written down. Quick look at the chat. Joe Ricondo says the armadillo looks like Shrek. That's very true. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. That's Donkey.
That is Donkey, but it still works.
It still tracks. Yeah. Kiwi says, as an old collector, I do like Battle Force 2000. Cool.
Yeah.
Some of the Battle Force 2000 figures are cool, but others are a real head scratcher. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree.
I think the flying vehicle guy is the worst one.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
The flying vehicle guy. You've got them all, except for Avalanche. Avalanche is the only one I don't have.
I don't remember his name. Not something air related, is it? Is it not? It's not Blizzard. I don't know. I can't remember. I never had him, so I never cared.
Yeah, I like Blaster, but Blaster's got like that strange.
Yeah, Blaster was one of the ones I got that Christmas, and Dodge is another good one too.
Yeah. What's Zazel saying about DJ's boots?
DJ's boots.
Don't
know.
Not sure. DJ's boots on. I don't know. Get back to us, Zazel. Where are you going there? Dusty's Toys. Welcome aboard, Dusty's Toys. It's not about the classified figures release. It's about the friends we make along the way. 100%. 100%. Yeah. I've always been a footy and cricket guy. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. Always been in a footy and cricket, and here I am collecting G.I. Joes and making friends all around the world. It's amazing. Thanks for tuning in, Dusty. You're a legend. Larry says Blizzard looks like a bunch of skid marks. Larry.
He got one in there. He got one in there.
It took him 49 minutes, but he's yeah.
He's done it.
Larry. Good work.
You're consistent, Larry. I'll give you that.
He just held off. He was just told yes. You could just imagine him sitting on the other side of his keyboard, just
waiting for that opportunistic moment.
Absolutely.
To drop a skitty.
Kiwi says DJ's boots are crazy. Okay, fair enough. Easy. I'm not sure. Were we talking about DJ? I don't know.
Well, he's part of Battle Force 2000. That's why.
Okay. Fair enough. Very good point. So, Adam, tell me about the A-Team, because I'm a bit of a spring chicken when compared to some of the guys that kick around G.I. Joe circles. Right. So I missed a large part of the A-Team.
Yep.
Who are the 4 guys in the A-Team? Can you remember?
Of course. You had Hannibal, who was the leader, played by George Papard. You had Face, played by, I can't remember his name right now. You had Howling Mad. Wait, have I got this right? Murdoch. Yeah, Howling Mad Murdoch. Yeah. Yep. And B.A. Baracus.
B.A. Baracus, which is...
everyone recalls because he is Mr. T.
It's this guy. I've actually got him. Yeah, okay. He's pretty floppy. But yeah, I've got him.
Those Galoob figures suck.
I quite like him.
I mean, like, it's good to have him, like to have a B.A. Baracus figure in your collection, sure.
Absolutely.
But man, even back then, I remember as a kid, like those sets, you know, you could get some cool like stuff with them and vehicles and whatnot. But the basic accessories for the figures, terrible.
You know what they remind me of? Some of those 2000s Joes with like the really wide shoulders and the plastic rivets. That's what they remind me of.
I'll pay that.
Yeah. But I actually picked up him from a bloke on Facebook Marketplace, like 3 minutes from my house, walking distance from my house. He's only $10. So, pretty chuffed to have him. I did a little bit of research on the A-Team. Hannibal obviously is the leader.
Yep.
Templeton Face Peck was second in command, and he was like, he's a good-looking rooster that was a bit of a con man.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, he was the charismatic one. Yep.
B.A. Baracus obviously brought with him a fair bit of aggression and a bit of muscle. So
he's the muscle and the driver.
Yep. And then Howlin' Mad Murdoch was apparently a little bit loony. For the first 4 series of the A-Team, he was living in a lunatic asylum. Is that
something like that? Yeah. It's been a long time since I watched that show, but yeah, it was a nut job. Yeah.
So there was 8 A figures, and we've got to pick an A-Team consisting of 4 characters. So if you're an A figure from G.I. Joe, you're pretty lucky tonight. You've got a 50% chance of joining the A-Team. It's kind of like representing Australia in breakdancing. We'll take anyone. So I guess we should pick a leader first.
Okay.
Who are we chucking in for Hannibal from this suite of A-Team figures?
Oh, good question. Throw the names at me again off the top of your head.
Ace, Airborne 1, Airborne 2, Airtight, Airwave, Alpine, Altitude, Aaron Ambush, Armadillo, and Avalanche.
I feel like you've got to go. Oh, it's hard, man. It's hard to pick one that has the right leadership qualities. I feel like I'm going to go with Airborne.
Airborne?
Yep.
Number 1 or number 2?
As in, like, the number 1, like, leader?
That's number 2.
Oh, not him. No, not him. The other Airborne.
Does he make the team at all? I don't think he does.
Nah, not in my books.
All right, no worries. So what's a 4 out of 7 chance? How much does a seventh equate to? I'm trying to work out the percentages here.
Mate, don't ask me about maths. It is not my forte.
All right. So Airborne 2 is completely off the table. He doesn't fill any particular roles.
Back to the barracks, Airborne 2.
So you reckon airborne number one? And you know what? I'm tempted to go with airborne number one as well.
Yeah.
Because he's a helicopter dude. Does Hannibal fly helicopters? Was he the helicopter man?
See, because Murdoch was the pilot, but this is our A team. This is our A team. So we can make Airborne the leader, and he can be the pilot as well. Like why not?
All right, fair enough. Yeah. Well, if it is our A team, selfishly, I want to name Ambush as the leader because his name's Aaron. So we'll just give the chat a little bit of time to agree with me on that. And we'll have a look at what else they're saying. Zazel says, Mr. T was my second favourite badass military guy. Second favourite.
Who was the first?
Who was the first? I think we've got
I don't know, guys.
Don't we? I had a Mr. T t-shirt that I absolutely loved.
Nice.
Very lucky. It's good. Kiwi's doing a custom A team sometime.
Very nice.
Kiwi said he can't. Oh, Zazel says he can't wait to see it. Zazel has suggested his A team would consist of Sergeant Slaughter, Duke, Wild Bill, and Chuckles. That's pretty quality. Good A team, that one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Larry wants Duke as Hannibal. And Kiwi's just being nice, as he always is. Well done, Kiwi. You're a legend. There's still no comments agreeing with me that Ambush should be the leader.
Any of that. I guess no one can find those comments, Aaron, because they're hidden like Ambush.
Oh, breaking my heart. Okay, so Airborne is the leader of our A team. Who's second in command? You got to at least give me that.
Can you hear me?
I think
someone's jittering. I don't know if it's me or you.
I think it's you, brother. Yeah, it's definitely you.
Okay, we're back.
Adam. There he is. He's back.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I don't know. My wife just walked in the house. Maybe her phone connected to the Wi-Fi and just decided to torpedo our stream.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so we've got Airborne as man in charge. The second in charge has to be a good-looking con man.
Okay.
What are we going with there? Armadillo is not good-looking. Ace is a flyboy. Ace is pretty fly. What do you reckon?
He is, but we don't need two pilots. That's the thing.
What about Airtight?
Pretty fly for a white guy.
Can't tell if Airtight's good looking.
This is true. I feel like I've seen him in the Comic Sans helmet. And I feel like he's got red hair. Don't quote me on that.
You know what? Airborne number 2 should be the con man. Because he's conned everyone that he's airborne. So let's bring him back. Is this fair?
Are we bringing him back?
Yeah, we're bringing him back.
I don't know. Like, can we call him something else?
He's still not like
we just call him number 2.
Right. This is really difficult. B.A. Baracus, tell me.
It is.
Who's
What's
B.A.
that, mate?
Baracus? Which one is B.A. Baracus? Who are we looking at for?
Look,
for
there's
BA?
no big brawling types in amongst that lot, really, but he's got to be the closest. Armadillo.
Grumpy face. All right, so Armadillo is B.A. Baracus.
Yeah, we'll slot him in there. Why not?
Oh, no, but he could be the crazy one too.
Well, this is true.
He could be howling mad.
Yeah.
This is hard. This is very
but he could also not be insane and just be mad, just angry.
Yeah. Crikey, I've fallen behind the chat. Kiwi says Alpine is the 2IC. I don't like thinking that Alpine's a con man though. Alpine's a good dude. Adam's acting like Ambush. Okay.
Why? Because I'm wearing camo.
Yeah. Falcon would be a good face. Yes, he would be. The Falcon from the G.I. Joe movie would be an awesome, good-looking con man. 100%.
Yep. Shout out to Don Johnson.
Kiwi saying B.A. Baracus should be Armadillo. Larry says that Roadblock should be B.A. Baracus. Kiwi says Airtight is crazy. So Airtight, I reckon, that's our Howlin bad Murdoch. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we've got Armadillo as BA.
Yep.
Airborne #1 as Hannibal.
Yep.
And the Face Man. We can't make it Alpine, can we?
I mean, doesn't really fit, but let's go with him. Airborne
He's
#2.
a con man. He's a con man. So the two.
What was his first name? Aaron? What was his first name again?
Oh, Philo. Was it Philo?
Phil? Was it? No, it wasn't Philo. That was Armadillo.
Oh, Robert Six.
What is
Robert Six. Yeah.
All right, it's Robert. Robert's the guy. He's not Airborne 2. We're just calling him Robert. That's Robert from now on.
Yeah. Robert is what Terry Irwin called her son.
Sure. Now, Aaron, one thing about the A-Team that can often be the case in the show is that you would have like a female character, who would sort of be like the damsel in distress or assisting them with whatever mission they're on or whatever, right? So, I've decided that Agent Helix is going to fill that void. All right. Now, of course, there was no vintage figure, but if we go back to Rise of Cobra, which is her first figure, that came out in 2009, I believe, from memory. 2009, Aaron. How many years ago is that?
Well, I struggled with 4/7.
So it's 2024. So it's about
15 years.
15 years.
15
so
years.
Another 5 years or so. This is, I guess you could call this vintage. So there you go. So Agent Helix is the quasi member for the A-Team.
Beautiful. I love it. Good work.
And
here's another good question. What would they use as the vehicle?
This is a good question. I'd thought about this, and we hadn't discussed this prior.
No, we didn't.
And Aaron, you're not a vehicle guy.
No.
But seeing as how Zazel has asked the question, I feel like you should be the first to answer it.
I don't know anything about vehicles, man.
What would work? What would be their vehicle? If you had to pick a Joe vehicle that would be their signature vehicle, what would work?
It needs to be a big van, like some sort of APC, maybe.
The APC. That's it. You drove it. That's it. That's their vehicle.
Okay, cool. Nice.
And isn't there a black version of the APC in the original Night Force vehicles? Didn't they do a Oh no, sorry. No. I think the Action Force version is like black and red. Something like that.
Yeah.
So there it is. There it is. The APC it is.
Yeah.
And guess what, Aaron?
Or the Parasite.
No. and you know what else, Aaron? What is apt about the APC?
What?
Begins with the letter A.
That is very apt. That's fantastic.
I'm glad you asked that question, Zazel. Thank you, because when Aaron suggested this to me today as a theme, the cogs in my brain start turning while I'm talking to him. But we stepped away from the chat and to do whatever, and then I was thinking about. I was like, they need a vehicle. But the short amount of time that we had to prepare for this, I didn't come back to it. So Zazel, thank you so much for bringing that into the show tonight.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Zazel actually says he would select a warthog.
Yes.
Yeah. There he is.
Well, that is also no surprise to anyone, Zazel.
It's either that or a triple T, wasn't it?
Yep. That's it.
Kiwi says the Rolling Thunder, or the Dragonfly.
Yeah, look, the Dragonfly is going to be their backup, of course. You know, they have to have a chopper.
Particularly with 2 versions of Airborne kicking around.
Exactly. No, Aaron, Airborne and Robert. Okay.
Oh, the Action Force, Robert. The Action Force version has a dedicated med bay. Is he talking about the APC or the Warthog?
Yeah, I think he's talking about the APC. I think. APC. I don't know. Maybe he's talking about the Warthog. I don't know. Yeah. Clarify that for us, please, Hazel.
Yeah. I love it when Campbell uses A words as well. He says we've had an awesome show. Joe Recondo agrees with the APC. Zazel is giving us a salute. And, oh, look at that. Campbell made an Agent Helix as well.
Nice work, Campbell. Nice work.
Campbell, is there anything you haven't made?
Campbell is always making something.
He's a handy guy.
He certainly is.
Yeah. Zazel agrees. He says the APC is very cool. So there we go. Yeah. The 2 Airbornes. I've forgotten. Armadillo and Airtight.
Airtight.
We're at 18. Yeah.
Okay,
they're in an APC or in a Dragonfly, and they're trying to rescue Agent Helix. That was the A-Team. Very well done. Very well done. I guess that's what we came here to talk about. Mate. We got there. We did. It was difficult in parts, but I enjoyed every minute of it, especially all the parts where I brought out the toilet humor. I didn't crack any Kobe Bryant jokes though, so we've gone all right. Kiwi, is your Agent Helix on your channel? Zaza wants to see it. And Kiwi says, I haven't made my lunch yet for tomorrow.
That's good.
And he's using more superlatives too. He said it's an amazing show. I just want to thank everyone for jumping in at short notice. Thank you, Adam, for encouraging me to do this sort of thing. It's good to have a mate like you. Mates are good. Thank you to everyone who has spent some time in the chat watching us dribble for the last hour or so. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to either of us, please do. I think I'm up to 95 subscribers.
You're almost at the 100.
Yeah, there will never be another first 100 subscribers to my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, be one of the first 100. That will be something to brag about when more than just Chat GPT knows my name. So yeah, be amongst my first 100 subscribers. We're both on Instagram as well. If you're reading the chat, check out all those guys. They've got YouTube channels as well, and they do some awesome stuff. And I'm not sure when we'll be back, but if the moment takes us, I'm sure we'll jump online again.
Internet, work, damn it.
It's probably a good time to say sayonara, Adam. Or dare I say it, adieu.
Or auf Wiedersehen.
See you later, everyone.
But last thing, Aaron.
Oh yeah,
it's important. That we let wait. It's important that we let the chat know that we appreciate them.
This could go on all night,
it's
mate.
Frozen.
This could go on all night. All right. Anyway, see you later, everyone. Wave goodbye, Adam.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. See you, boys.